Welcome to Ecomtaxbooks. My name is Prince. I'm a senior accountant and US sales tax specialist. Today in this video, I will show you how you can file the Washington sales and use tax return. I will also explain you how you can add the number of the business and occupation tax. So without any further delay, let's get started.
So go to the official website of Washington Department of Revenue, that's secure.dor.wa.gov. I will also mention this link in the description box so you can directly access and add your user ID and password. Click login, click on get started, and you can see the due return here. Click on file return. You can see the information here. No business is this period. If you do not have any sales to this period, like you need to file a 0 returns, so you have to check this box. Okay, the report no business. If you want to upload a file, you can skip that option. Add or delete text classification, no need this, and click next. And first section is business and occupation tax. When you file a sales tax return, you need to file the business and occupation tax return as well. The excise tax return is filed both of the returns. The business and occupation tax return is a gross receipt tax. If you conduct a business in the Washington state, then you are required to file the B&O return as well. So if you have to report all your gross amount which you have sell your product into the Washington, you need to enter in the gross amount. This is my working calculations for the Washington state for the month of June 2026. So let's put this data into the Washington portal. So this is my gross sales 18015.73. so the total tax due is $84.85. and also we got the small business credit $30. If you want to see how this credit is working and how the Washington tax rate is working, I will also mention the article from the Washington website. This is the article. I will share this link in the description box where you can check the details, what is the B&O taxes and what is the B&O tax rate and how the credits are working. So you can check this accordingly. You do not need to add any deduction here because this is a gross receipt tax. So you have to pay the total tax on this sales. Click next. Now second step is state sales and use tax. You will see the gross amount will automatically coming from the B&O page. Now in this page, if you have any deduction, like if you sell your product into multi-channel like Amazon, Walmart, eBay, then you can report your exempt sale like marketplace sales, non-taxable sales here in the add deduction option. In this deduction option, there are so many options to report the deduction. Like if you sell your product into the multi-channel like Amazon, eBay, Walmart and other channel who act as a marketplace facilitator, which means they collected taxes on your behalf and remitted to the authorities, you can add those amount into the gross sales collected by facilitator. Like you have to check this, then you can add your total deduction amount in this column. But now I have only a Shopify channel, so I will not select that because I have a different option, that is other. I will choose the other section. If you do not understand any of this option, then you can choose other. You can add the amount here. Like we have a exempt sale is $400. Now I have to mention the explanation here, exempt sales. Now click OK. You can see your deduction is added here and the total taxable amount is 17615.73 and the total tax due is the 11445.02. that is the state tax. Now click on next. Now third step is local, city and county sales tax. That is the main and important part in this return. So you have to very careful about this step and you need to recording the county level data in this page. Like in this working, I have multiple counties and city to report. Let's report this one on one. First of all, I will check this total taxable sales column and total tax amount. That is the Washington state. No need to do this because that is for state. Next is Chalon city. Copy Chalon. You can search here Chalon. Like we cannot find the Chalon city here. You can add the location by click this option. Add your city here. You can see the Chalon city, code 0402. Now you can see the Chalon city here, and you can see the tax rate also here, 2.20. That is 2.20. Perfect. You need to always match your tax rate with the your Excel spreadsheet, which means you are correct if your tax rate is met. At the total taxable amount, $829. Next is for Chalon County, but we have not collected any taxes for this county. The tax rate is 0. So the next is Longview. Longview is also not there. The total tax rate is 1.7. That is 1.7. 1089.5. 1089.5. Next is Grant County. This is available, so the tax rate is 1.70. 54.1. Next is Newcastle, $20.35 and 0.77, 0.78 rounding off difference. No tax for King County. Add location. Tax rate is 2.50. Is 2.50. Perfect. $12.77. $12.77. Perfect. Kitty Daz, $90.04. Oh, there are no sales. This. So I have recorded all these county. Only 3 is left right now. Okanogan County, the rate is 1.5, but we have a different rate. That is a 1.90. Add location. Okanogan. There are so many locations for the name of Okanogan County, CDP, DBA, and different name. Our location is Okanogan PTBA. The code is 2424. 1.90. Perfect. Spokane PDBA. Tax rate is 2.40. 2.40. Tax rate. That's Skagit 2.20. Not. We have to add it as Skagit PDBA. 279 and 95. Now you can see the retail taxable sales amount always need to be matched with the local sales taxable amount. Like in our working, the gross sales is 18015.73, exempt is $400, and if less this exemption, the total taxable sale is 17615.73, and the total tax collected, that is the local tax collected and state tax collected, is 1483.28. Now we will check the total tax on the next page. Now you can see your summary here. The 3 part which I explained: business and occupation tax, local tax, and state tax. For business and occupation, the tax is $84.85, and for local tax is $338.19, and for state sales and use tax, the tax due is $1145.02. I will total this: 114.02 and 338.19. 338.19. So the total is 1483.21, and the actual tax collected is 1483.28. That is perfect. There is a rounding of a 0.7 cents difference, so you need to ignore that. Our tax is properly matched. That's why I am saying the proper tax rate needs to be matched with the every single transaction, otherwise you will report the excess tax collected. Now the total tax liability is 1568.06. This is because of the business and occupation taxes. Like for business and occupation tax, the total tax is $84.85. $84.85, and we receive the credit of $30, and the total is 1538.06. $84.85. That is the 1538.06. So it means our working is fully completed right now. I hope with this video you can understand how you can file the Washington excise tax return, including business and occupation tax, state sales and use tax, and local tax. All these tabs covered in the one excise tax return. So you can add your personal information, phone number, and click on next. I have added all the information and click on next. Now choose your payment method. How do you want to pay? I will suggest you always choose the bank account ACH debit, because if you choose credit or debit card payment, there are service fees with a 2.96% with a $1 minimum is a charge by our third party card processor. So always prefer the bank account ACH debit. Click next. You can see the total amount. Confirm that amount. Click next. Review and submit. Total amount due. Payment method, payment effective date, payment amount. Click on submit. You see your sales tax return is successfully filed and your confirmation number is that. You can take a print of this submission for your records. With this video, you can get the details how you can file the Washington excise tax return, which cover the Washington business and occupation tax, the state sales and use tax, the local tax return. All the three areas covered in the one return, that is the Washington excise tax return.
I hope in this video you will get the details how you can file a Washington sales and use tax return on county level. If you still need any help for sales tax matter, like for registrations, for ongoing filings, for backdate filings, or you need to help with the audit support, penalty abatement store, you can book a consultation with me. I will provide you the details about your Shopify store for sales tax matters, and you can also send me the email and I will get back to you. And follow Ecomtaxbooks for more sales tax updates. Thank you.